Hello everyone, my name is Alyssa Williams and I am a junior majoring in electrical engineering, and today I'm going to be presenting you with my research presentation on microchip implantation. So just a little overview of what's going to be going on today. So first I'm going to speak about the purpose and the company, which is who's the company that's conducting the experiments and why. Next is going to be the target or the targeted consumers. The third thing is how implantations work, which is a general explanation of how the chip is implanted. The next thing we're going to speak about is the safety. Is it safe for consumers? Is it safe to even be producing? Next is going to be issues, which is the wrong intentions that comes with microchip implanting into the brain. And lastly, we're going to discuss any questions. And I'm also going to leave you guys off with a question. So, Neuralink. Neuralink is the company that studies neurons in the brain and the electric signals from the brain. So Neuralink is owned by Elon Musk, which you guys may know him from the Tesla cars. So what Neuralink does is they study the neurons of the brain, and the signals that come from the brain controls what we feel, see, touch, and think. So what Neuralink has done, they're the first to create neural implants, which can be controlled by computers and mobile devices anywhere you go. So to further explain the purpose of the microchip implantation is to restore connections lost in disorders that you may have been born with or somehow come upon. There are also going to be rehab on motor disabilities and sensory that you may have lost. It helps with neural communication. It helps support exoskeleton, as well as cognitive state eval. So those are basically just general things of the purpose of the microchip implant, but I will of course go deeper into who it helps. So next, who it helps. It helps people with spinal cord injuries because you're able to control the microchip with your mind. It also helps people with brain disorders using something called the link. And I will explain what the link is in further slides. It also helps people with Alzheimer's disease. It helps with seizure prevention, as well as helping get rid of tumors. And it also helps with epilepsy seizures. So those are just some general things that it helps with. And these are big problems that people deal with. And it's great that Neuralink has touched on all of these disorders. So how does it work? If you look at the picture to the left, that is the link. And what the link is, it's a creation of threads from machines that Neuralink has created. And it's these small tissue threads that are put into the tissue. And what it does is it also reads signals and clean them up. And it helps transmit any problem. So it's going to be reading your brain and reading what's going on in your brain and trying to fix it. So what you need is a high bandwidth rate communication directly from the brain to the machine. So what happens is when you're texting on your phone and you're using your thumbs, that is a low bandwidth rate. However, you need a higher bandwidth rate because just thumbs on your phone isn't enough. So you need a stronger connection between the brain and that device, if that makes sense. So what they do is they created the link and they're using neural threads to make this happen. So here is an image of where exactly the microchip will be placed. The link will be placed right at the top of the head. And that's the link that I showed you in the previous slide. So it's not invasive. It doesn't take over your whole head. And it's quite nice placement. Safety. So there's an invasive and then a non-invasive way of placing the implant. So the invasive damages tissue and interferes with the transmissions of impulses to the machine, while the non-invasive, it creates the least amount of brain tissue damage, and it doesn't influence signals. So what Elon Musk and Neuralink is doing is they're trying to do the non-invasive way. So they're using the machine that they created, which you can see in the pictures below. And what they're doing is the machine provides accuracy, precision, and it implants the threads for you because it's so small that humans wouldn't be able to do it. So in this next slide, it's a video, and it's kind of, I don't know, I don't know if everyone will want to see it because it's actually them implanting threads into the brain of an animal. So you can watch that and click it if you'd like. I'd probably attach the slides for you. But this video just shows the machine implanting the microchip into pigs. And Elon Musk basically explained it can be done quickly. You can leave the hospital with under an hour and that's it. Like, it's not such a painful experience or anything like that. So the only risk that I found when researching was that there's an app. And with an app, I feel like it's not really necessary. And I also feel like it's subject to hackers. And I just feel like it's not safe for people. And also there was something that came up in my research about companies trying to make the brain compete with artificial intelligence. And then I feel like the purpose of the company goes a little too far. So questions, if you have any questions, please comment down below and I would love to answer them. But the question I want to leave you guys off with today is, what is the line? Where do you feel things have gone too far? Do you feel like Neuralink is okay to connect people with technology because it's helping? But where do you draw the line and say enough is enough? Is it morally correct to even have technology take over your brain like that? So I just wanted to know your insight on that. And also, if you had such disabilities, would you get the Neuralink?